little demon stone hands to the face. Like,
did you hear what Cormier said when he was doing commentary? He goes, "She should have gone to jail for what she did to Carlos Esparza. She should have gone to jail." And he was laughing when he said, he's a funny dude, man. So Cormier is fun. And he's so comfortable now. It's really interesting. He's so loose. His trash talk is better.
Yeah.
Like, he's a different person.
I've never heard you guys both on there at the same time. Are you guys both covering the what's happening?
Yeah. All of it.
And is that weird for you to have someone?
It's great. Like it? Love it. Yeah, it's awesome, man. I like doing it with him, and I like doing it with Dominic Cruz too, and I want to do it with Brian Stan. But man, it's fun. It's like doing it with a friend. It's like, and plus you're both enjoying the fights together. Like, there was one point, dude, Daniel Cormier is a fun guy, man. Yeah. He's really fun. Like, he says funny shit, and like, he'll look over at me in the middle of the fight, like a crazy fight. He'll like slap me on the arm and go, "God damn!" And, like, look over at you, and he'll like mouth it sometimes. Like, he'll like share a moment with you, like where he's looking at this, like, "Are you seeing what I'm seeing?" Like, holy shit. And hi, how you doing? I just ate. Yeah, we both just ate right before we got on board.
You okay?
Yeah,
but be some snacks then later.
I'd just like a water, please.
Water? Yeah.
I'll have a cup of coffee.
Actually, I'll have a coffee as well.
Coffee as well. Cream and sugar?
Yes.
Just cream, please.
Perfect.
Thank you. But dude, he's really funny, man. Like, super funny, and like real friendly. It's real weird how people don't see him that way, like in the public eye.
Right.
And I think he's been like a little stiff in some press conferences, but this recent one that he did with John Jones, it was hilarious. You hear what he said to him? He goes, "John, I don't even know if this fight's going to take place. If you don't get in trouble for steroids or doing cocaine or sandblasting a prostitute."
Sandblasting?
Dude, he was hilarious.
What does that even mean?
I don't know what it means. He was hilarious. He was talking over John. John was frustrated. He was laughing. He was all jovial. It's like he's found the fun in this, man.
Yeah.
DC's found the fun in it. It's really interesting.
He's so great. That's another one. He's like, him, the Diaz brothers, and Joanna are like really my everything.
Yeah.
DC's really, really, really been growing on me, especially, it's like just so many people had him counted out against Rumble, even in the second fight.
Yeah.
Which he won the first one, and still people are like, "No way, he's gonna get his head knocked off." And yeah, man, you want to talk about being in there with someone dangerous, like, you can hear and feel the wind blow by you when Rumble misses a punch.
Yeah.
Like, it causes a tornado in Japan somewhere when Rumble misses a punch here in Vegas. Like, that shit's crazy.
But don't you think in that fight, the Rumble was kind of done with fighting?
I think people said that looking back. I think he was trying. I think it's sort of a cop-out way to look like you didn't lose twice to Cormier by saying I was going to retire anyway. It's like, dude, if you're going to go out like that, then maybe retire before the fight.
No, I think he wanted to just, first of all, I'm sure he wanted the money. It was real good money.
Yeah.
And I think he wanted to give it one more try. But I think that as good as Rumble is, and I think he's physically one of the most talented guys of all time, if you don't want to do it, you shouldn't be doing it. And clearly, if he retired afterwards, it's because he didn't want to do it. This doesn't take anything away from his ability or who he is, or should in any way be thought of as an insult. It's a decision that he's made, a personal decision in life. And it's his decision to make. And it's just, but when you make that decision, it changes who you are.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing, but it does change who you are. There's guys that, like, they're focused. They're like a Max Holloway. Focus and goal right now is being a champion. Focus and goal right now is being. He's not thinking whether or not he should be fighting anymore. Like, he's not thinking that way. And it's a personal decision. One day, he's going to think that way. And when he does, he'll step away too, just like Rumble did. But he probably had already decided in his head he was going to step away.
Do you think he would have stepped away had he won that?
He might have, yeah. He might have just decided to go out with the belt. Look, he's been in a long time. He's had a lot of hard fights, hard training sessions. He said it himself. I don't want to get punched in the head anymore. I don't want to wrestle with dudes anymore. And I get it, man. It's, as talented as he is, he has to do what he wants to do. That's what a man does. That's what a human does. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you can't do something just because you're successful at it. And so he just didn't want to do it anymore. And I think it should be applauded that he had the sense of self to do that, and that he could. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Because, dude, he's one of the top contenders.
So I have a milk here, half and half.
I'll take some half and half,
I'll
please.
use a spoon also.
All
And
right.
I'll be right back with some water.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So, like, Daniel beat him up both times, but I feel like the second time, I was just so surprised that he was clinching with Daniel. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, very weird approach. I guess that's the part where you could sort of see the retirement.
The water here.
Thank you.
Put it here.
Or maybe he wanted to go out with a bang and try to take Daniel down, which would be crazy.
Yeah.
But either way, man, the dude had an awesome career. He's had crazy highlight reel KOs that will be his forever, Like what he did to Glover Teixeira, what he did to Minotauro Nogueira.
Gustafson.
Ryan Bader. I mean, come on, son. Rumble Johnson put the heat on people like no other.
Watching Gustafson cry in Sweden, like flying all the way to the other side of the world to watch a guy cry in front of his own people, like because some monster came and beat his head in. Like,
but you know what? That just goes to show you that in life sometimes you got to do what you want to do, regardless of what everybody else thinks. Because here's this guy who's, if not number one, number two, right behind the champ, right? So you got DC. He's either number one or John Jones is, and they've never fought, so we don't know. But if Rumble and John Jones did fight, then we would know if Rumble's number two or if he's number one in terms of like the biggest challenge to Cormier. But he's got to do what he's got to do. That's the cool thing about, life. You can make decisions. Like, you don't say to a guy, hey, man, how come you're not fighting MMA? Because he's like, I don't want to. Shit, I never even trained it. Like, come on, pussy. You scared? Like, no, I don't want to. Like, I don't have to. And that's just because Rumble was really good at it. Doesn't mean he has to keep doing it, Yeah.
Now he's going to go knock down airplanes out of the sky with his bare hands or something like that, right?
Wow.
Saying he's a giant.
Are you drunk?
No.
What happened to you? You just fell apart. You like in the middle of that riff and you lost faith in it, right? I can see it in your face. You're like, I'm just going to follow through with this. I'm just going to leave this turd out here.
You're right. You got me.
Yeah. I think he's going to do something with football. He's involved with the Rams or something like that in the business side of it.
That's interesting.
That's some rumor I heard. I shouldn't be spreading rumors. But anyway, real good dude, too. Rumble Johnson's always been a super nice guy. Like that dude. And again, that highlight reel that he has, head kick knockout of Kevin Burns. I mean, he's had some crazy knockouts, man. The dude he knocked out, the one from The Ultimate Fighter. Jesus Louises. Remember that? Oh. He's a beast.
Every time he hits somebody square, their knees buckle.
Yeah.
It's like he hits them in their knees. It's like he electrocutes their body and shit. It's like their whole body tenses up.
It's really interesting because he obviously has very good technique and he throws his body into everything very well, and he's obviously a really strong guy, but the strength that he has, the power that he has in his striking is almost like you're born with that. Like, he has all the elements to accentuate that power. Like, he has all the technique, and he has, his movement is excellent. He's quick. So, as he's delivering these shots, it's really well timed. But there's more than that. There's a component that is like a natural gift that he has for hitting really hard. And it's what separates him. It's like you have all these people that are, really, really dangerous. And then you have Rumble. It's like he's in this total different dimension of his own where you just can't get hit. If you get hit, you're fucked. And the only guy who's been able to absorb it somehow is Cormier.
Yeah, and he barely was. But that's why, that's why Cormier is really growing on me so much lately. Is because he did absorb that. And to hear the crowd, not give him credit for being an outstanding wrestler and barely avoiding, he did his head got hit by Rumble in that first fight especially, and it all started coming down, but he avoided it. He fought a battle. It's a battle, and getting hit and recuperating is a huge part of it, and not getting stuck in a chokehold by a wrestler is another part of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, Cormier survived his part. And it surprises me that the crowd is against him. I think that fight against Silva sort of hurt him with the crowd because, of course, yes, he's going to wrestle the shit out of Silva. What are you going to do, right?
I don't think that was it. I think it was all the John Jones stuff. It was the fact that he got the title sort of in what many people consider an illegitimate manner, meaning that they stripped John Jones, which makes sense that they stripped him. You know, he violated the code of the organization, and he personally admits that he fucked up, made giant mistakes. But everybody knew that John was the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah.
When it came to 205 pounds, there was one dude. That dude was John Jones. And the only thing that was beating John Jones is that John Jones wasn't training. And John Jones did this press conference the other day with Daniel, too. When Daniel was talking all kinds of shit, John went deep. He goes, I beat you after a weekend of cocaine. Do you know? And, dude, Michael Johnson was crying, laughing. He was like, oh, shit, oh, shit.
That's the most cold-blooded stuff in the world. I mean, the Diaz brothers, you know, blatantly smoking pot and beating up their opponents is one thing. But to brag about doing an entire weekend of cocaine.
Dude, John Jones is a bad motherfucker.
Because, I mean, nobody just does cocaine, right? That means you were drinking, probably hooking up with hookers or whatever. I mean, that seems to be how most people do cocaine. I don't know how it works, but it doesn't seem like that thing you just do by yourself.
You know what? John Jones could be the best of all time. Really could. Still, he's only 30 years old. You got to realize.
There's only one way for us to know. Daniel Cormier has to do cocaine for a weekend and fight.
No.
No.
I
cut you off though.
I think Daniel in that fight was hampered by emotion. And I think that John really got under his skin and really taunted him and got him fired up to the point where it was detrimental to him. He got overcome with emotion. John is a good shit talker, man. We did an interview where I sat in the middle and Daniel sat to my right and John sat to my left. And, dude, John's ruthless. He's so ruthless.
It's a whole nother part of the game. You rack it up there with, you know, with boxing and jiu-jitsu and
But
wrestling.
you didn't even get to see it. They didn't even put part of it online. The best shit.
But I'm just saying about shit talking overall.
But I'm saying John Jones is shit talking to Daniel Cormier. The best part didn't even get online. The best part, he was calling him his pussy. He's like, he goes, you're my pussy. He goes, you're always gonna be my pussy. He goes, I'll fuck you up every time we fight.
Oh my God.
It's just like, he's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens. He goes, you know, every time we fight, I'll fuck you up. He goes, you're supposed to be a big-time wrestler? He goes, I took you down, man. He goes, you're an Olympic wrestler? I took you down. He's like, I beat your ass. And Daniel was very mad. I mean, the two of them it was very intense.
That was that face-to-face interview?
Yeah, it was intense.
You were in the middle in like a director's chair, right?
No, that's how Max Kellerman does it. Oh, I was in a director's chair. Max Kellerman does it, I think, better, honestly. Because what Max Kellerman does is he sort of faces the screen and the fighters face each other beside him to his right and to his left. We had it almost in like a sort of a semicircle. And so the fighters, it would have been better if we did it at a table the way HBO did it. But it was the only time we ever did it, and it was very, very intense. It was very intense. John Jones he's a bad motherfucker, dude. And like DC had this whole crew with him, and John Jones was like, I'll fuck all you up. I'll fuck you up. He goes, don't look at me, big boy. I'll fuck you up. Like dudes just scare at him. The dudes just stare at him and try to give him some attitude. John just straight up looks at him and was like, I'll fuck you up. Don't look at me like that.
You think he's going to make it to this fight?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. He's not going to fuck this up. And what's fascinating to me is when you watch these guys jawing at each other when no one can see. That's when you know there's no press. There's me and a couple other people that are around that are UFC employees. Like, this is real. Like, this is two guys trying to get under each other's skin. And John was very good at it. So this was after the first fight when they were supposed to fight for the second time. Then it got canceled and John got stripped and the whole deal. So now they're finally going to go after it. But John's only been back in the octagon once since then against Ovince St. Preux.
Yeah, I remember that. I was at the bar, the comedy store.
So all this shit's been going down. And the only time John's been in the cage since all this shit went down is the Ovince St. Preux. Since they were originally going to rematch, he fought Ovince St. Preux. He beat him, but he felt like he was off.
It seemed like he was off.
Could be. I think Ovince St. Preux is real good too.
Yeah.
And I also think he wasn't planning for Ovince St. Preux. He was planning for someone else, you know? That was when Daniel got injured, wasn't it? No. Did Daniel get injured? I don't even remember. I'm not even going to look it up. How about that, folks? The point being, that's an interesting fight, man, because they're going to go at it again in July, and now Cormier's got all this momentum on his side. Cormier beat Rumble. He defended against Gustafsson. Or did he beat Gustafsson to win it? Because it was...
No, Rumble beat Gustafsson. Cormier beat Rumble.
No, Cormier beat Rumble to win it. That's how he got the title. That's right. And then he defended against Gustafsson.
Yeah.
And then he defended against Rumble.
Yeah. And he fought Silva in a non-title match in between.
That's right. Yeah, that was a weird fight.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Double leg takedown, shoot low, follow through.
Yeah, he just...
Fundamentals. Bigger man that's a wrestler should... I mean, if it's one of those, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it things, right?
Yeah. Well, Cormier is just such a stud wrestler. You ever see his fight with Dan Henderson?
It's been a while.
Dan Henderson, who's a beast. You know, he's a former Olympic wrestler himself. But just not really the same size. And Cormier just threw him around, man. I mean, just threw him all over the place. I think he choked him out, too. I think he choked him unconscious. But he just manhandled him. And you realize, like, how strong Cormier really is. And how good his wrestling really is. It's like super, super high-level shit, man.